Nobody else want one? You can just pass them down. Sweetie, Ricola? Okay. All right, got some good ones? We'll start on this side. Ladies first, Amanda. And let's go through. No, I know this. Thank you, though. I may grab it in a minute, but. Now take chances with this. Take chances with this. We're going to go down the line. Okay, I'm going to stand over here so that.
So will this attitude be for both of them? Like they both play the same attitude?
Or do we just want those three for me and those three for her?
Let's do that. Yeah.
So
you three, Preston, you three, Simran. Double attitude. Okay. When I snap my fingers, change attitudes. Okay? We'll do it that way. And our first attitudes, you are coaxing. And your first one for Simran? What is that? Hopeful. Okay. All right. Coaxing and hopeful. Sweetie, whenever you are ready. Hungry, boastful. Disappointed and vigorous. Ecstatic for Preston. Timid for Simran. Fierce Preston, innocent Simran. Feverish for Preston, saucy for Simran. Spiteful Preston. Argumentative Simran. Passionate and earnest. Dismal Preston, jubilant Simran. Humorous Preston, hearty Simran. Excited Preston, loving Simran. Indulgent Preston, insinuating Simran. And quick. Helpless for Simran, impressive for... Good. I said the attitudes as best I could so you can hear it on the tape when you see this.
Oh.
What do we think?
Great.
What worked? Let's start with, always start with what worked. We get torn down enough as artists. Always start with what worked. Hannah.
There was a moment when I think yours was innocent and you were kind of like this and Preston was kind of sneaking around you. That was really, I
was
thought
good.
It worked very well.
That was really good. A little sneak around move. What else?
Anytime the attitudes are offset slightly, that's when it really shows. Because if you're both happy, then yeah, you're both happy. But if one is kind of happy and one is a little sad, or one is just a little opposite the other one, that's where the real comedy comes in.
So you can use this differentiation in attitudes, even different degrees of attitudes in maybe. Good word. What else? Amanda.
Yeah, I thought it worked. All of the different attitudes worked so well because if you think about when you're flirting, because it's a very flirtatious duet, and if you think when you're flirting with someone, you're making them go crazy because you're constantly changing your attitude and teasing them with different ways of saying different things. So I think it really worked. All of them. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mixed signals, right.
And I also really liked how you started so far apart and slowly came together. And all of the staging that you guys just improvised with seemed to work perfectly.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's really, really good.
Okay, all right.
We're probably going to start that way. Maybe we'll put a tree on either side, and you guys will be popping out of it.
That's cute.
Popping out of the tree. Ah. Yeah. I have 2-year-olds. They think I'm cool.
I
Max.
don't know how well it works for this, but I'd actually like to see you guys like moving a lot, like running around a little bit more. Not necessarily like full speed, but you know, just kind of chase.
That kind
Mhm.
One time one's chasing, then the next time you're chasing, and then
Can you do that with all those puzz?
Yeah.
We'll give it a shot.
It would be good if you're literally like chasing her and you know,
Right.
around in a semicircle.
It'd be hilarious. Anything else? Good. What did y'all think now?
I mean, it was nice to have specific motivation for a lot of the lines, especially just the pause and the repeated,
Yeah.
we're going to be good parents.
That's hot. We're gonna be good parents. We're gonna be so good. We've got this. Nailed it. Yeah. After a while, it gets boring, doesn't it? Good. What do you think?
I think the same thing, actually. So that's how I felt about it.
Yeah. There was one that started to work as the very end. Do you remember what your last attitude was? You know what that means?
Yeah.
How would?
I don't know how to.
Well, part of it, he was like, you know, and it made you laugh. But if you're flirting with someone, ladies, how do you insinuate? Right. I mean, it's a little bit, you know. Yeah. You can.
Because, I mean, there's a definite reason this duet is ending.
You run into the bushes and catch
Yeah.
birds, right?
Yes.
Right. You know.
Otherwise, you just keep singing.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's not.
No, it's absolutely right. Listen, it's not. Look,
Yeah.
The Magic Flute is a family show, but at the same time, Mozart. I mean, Mozart was dirty. Have you ever read any of the things that he wrote to his cousin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Kind of sick, isn't it? I'm like, you're 15. That's nasty. I mean, I know what I was like when I was 15, but still, you're Mozart. That's nasty, you know. So there's always that aspect. This was the last thing he wrote, the last opera he wrote. So
He was a dirty old man.
he was a dirty old man.
He wasn't really old. He was like 30.
Yeah, right. Started writing when he was 4. I remember what I was doing when I was 4. I was running around. All right, so what do you think can be improved? That when something's this good, this is where we need to start looking at things to raise the level. What do we think? I mean, once you're more comfortable out of the ink, I mean, that's just even. But you've had less than 24 hours notice, so not worried about it. What else? Really, really good, y'all, by the way, with that. What else can we do to improve? Bring the level up. Let's think physically.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Answer forthcoming. No.
Right? How do you feel about being around Papageno?
How do you feel?
Well, I'm excited to go. Now I got a man. But then
Right.
at the same time, I'm like playing a little hard to get because I'm just like, you can chase me
Yeah, you're playing hard to get because you're female, right?
because I'm a boy.
You have the power. I don't care what anyone says. Y'all have the power. Anyway. Yeah.
I think, Simran, physically you can be a little bit goofier because you're very elegant in all of your gestures and everything.
Very
It's
elegant.
a little bit, and it's beautiful, but I don't think it's Papagena.
You could get bounced.
You can be like shorter
Have
with
a
your
lightness in
movements,
your
or
Okay.
and that's something we've talked about all summer.
Yeah.
It's very like, oh, my long, beautiful arms.
Which you can use for a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And you can use that at some point with him because you're young, but you know, you're not that young. You know, you are of the child rearing age. So, but I agree. You know, little kind of some goofy things. Have you ever seen a man before? Not you personally, but has Papagena ever seen a man before?
Yes, I think she has.
Okay.
Which is why I think she's like, he's never seen his Papagena before, but I think she is kind of more aware. Just like another being a girl thing. She's like,
Okay.
has that knowledge that he doesn't have. So she's,
Then why was she old?
why was she old?
Yeah. What's the reasoning behind that? Any ideas why she was set to be old? Other than it's just this mystic thing he has to pass the test? You don't pass the test initially, right?
Right, no.
Right. What happens?
She's taken away from
Right. And what happens right before she's taken away and you speak? Do you see that she's young before she gets taken away?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you've seen him before. You thought he was pretty cute. And you saw her before and you're like, I'm in love. I mean, it's not the same kind of love as Tamino Pamina love. That's romantic love. This is...
It's like a middle school kind of, that's how I think of it. Like,
Right.
I like you. Let's go chase each other on the playground.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll chase you on the playground and then we'll have babies. That kind of thing. Okay. All right. Well, they didn't have anything else to do back then. So let's do this one more time. Are you okay with attitudes one more time? Are you okay with this? All right. Get something different. And let's throw some things in there that don't necessarily fit this scene. They don't have to all be way outlandish, but if there's an attitude you don't know what it means, just shake your head real fast, both of you, okay? And now I want you to explore your positive physical traits. What work well for you as a person, what you are naturally good at. You know, with your movement, you're really good at being active in this kind of athletic, bouncy thing. You are as well, but you're a much more voluptuous person. You know what I mean? So, you know, use these things. You know, when I do things, I don't, well, you know, I mean, it's true. You have to look at this stuff, you know. The people that do the best and that are getting the most work are the ones that play to their physical strengths. You know, so I'm not going to go out there and act like I'm a 250-pound, you know, kind of guy. And I'm also not going to act like I'm Dolph Lundgren. You know, it just doesn't happen. You know, I'm not the beefcake that I wish I was. But, you know, there are still things you can use in your own physicality that brings this forward. So I want you to play with this idea. You're both young, you're both virile, you're both healthy. You know what I mean? You both seem like you're in good shape. You know, I don't know your EKG results, but nonetheless, you seem like you're in good shape. So use this to the best of your abilities, and I'm going to challenge you. I know you're still thinking about the music, but just do da-da-da-da-da if you need to, and put that into the attitudes. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes. This is a challenge that usually we don't do in here, but I think it'll be a good one. Okay? You know, no, I need to be over here so I can snap my fingers, the magic fingers. So what is the first attitude that they've got? Monotonous. And one for, yeah, he's monostatos now. And puzzled for Simran. Okay? And whenever you're ready, folks. Okay, hold on, let's stop a minute. Sorry, Sweetie. He's good. He's good. He'll make you laugh. But he may do something like that on the performance night. And
you know, I watched that video yesterday, and the first line I sing because I was laughing so hard because Cuesta like spit that lock out of his mouth was so out of tune. I was like in hysterics. I can't think of it.
He's a funny kid. He's a good actor. You're funny. You're good, kid. You're good. Use it. Okay.